Cool. What's up? What's up? What's up? Nice. Cool. So the plan today is I can find it. I really like the look of this stand. It's very cool, very soft looking. And it holds that in. As you can see. Hello, how you doing? Okay. So it's got cool looking, nice soft stand. I want to make my own for each of these bottles. So that it kind of ties in together. But I can easily print this in resin and give it a matte finish. It won't feel the same, but it will look very similar. That's the plan of action for today. Shouldn't take me too long, but should be fun. I can get these things out. So I'm going to be doing this for the ball deodorant. The ball toner. It's 2 little bottles that come in a little perfect package. I've done a full review on my channel, so if you want to check that out. We're not going to talk about too much about that for now. I'm going to design them in SolidWorks. Actually lines up quite nicely. Cool. So might as well get cracking. No. Nothing else to do. Just get smashing with it. I'm going to try and match the proportions of this so that it looks, because I can't copy the size of it. I just realized that is all white and that's going to bug me. No, it's not display. What was it again? No, it's not for you. Made a whole video about this. No, it's not that setting. What's up? What's up? Colors. There we go. That's a lot softer to look at. Brighten in my face. So, see, the problem I'm going to have is if I put I just copy it completely, it's going to look weird. That's not going to look in proportion compared to that. So I need to adjust the shape of it as well. Nice. It'll be fairly easy. I'm going to design this all in one sitting in SolidWorks. Just all in here, it'll be easy and I can see them all next to each other. I think the first thing to do is straight up model just kind of the bottom of the bottles. I'm on the front plane already, I guess. I reckon. Let's do the ball toner first. $36.5. 36.5. Got to divide it by 2 because I'm going to be revolving it around. Let's see if you actually see that. Got my hotkeys set to my numbers. Nice one, Downey. Let me turn off my hotkeys. Let's have a look. I'll find where they are. Remove. And remove. So, dividing that by 2 because I'm going to be revolving around this line. That's literally all I need, I reckon. About a 3 mil radius on there, on the bottom of this bottle. Make it 60 high. And then we're going to revolve that. I'm not happy about that fillet. Let's change that to like 2.5. Most of this is all by eyeball. This is not an engine product. It's just me having fun. Ball toner. Done. That's all I need. I only need the bottom half of this. So back to the front plane. On that same plane. And do the same thing. $46 divided by 2. 46 divided by 2. Don't know how I feel about that one either. 2.5 again. Actually, maybe a bit bigger because it's more of a. Ah, it should be fine. Yeah, that looks good. 69. Nailed it. 83. So you have. Nice one, thank you. My hotkeys again. Like, the hotkeys are set up for gaming, which you never use your numpad. But I use my numpad for when I'm designing, because I use the numbers. I got Mike. Nice one, thank you. Fixed. Problems solved. Ball deodorant. Where I was. Okay, let's switch this. I like PBS. Or Impact. Impact is quite a nice, bold looking font. Make it like 5. Yep. There we go. We're going to extrude and cut that. Offset it off the surface by half a mil. Yeah, reverse that and yeah, we'll journal label. I'm sure there's various other ways that you can do this. I mean, I could have done it off that surface here. I can actually show it. So if I didn't create that extra surface, I could have used the front surface, but I could have offset it off that front surface. So that starts, say, 40 mil off that surface or that plane and goes in, and you can still basically do the same thing. Here's a good idea. I'll do it for this one. Front plane, sketch. Ball Turner. Impact front again. Five mil again. Let's extrude, cut that. So you see now it's cutting from that surface, that plane. So let's offset that so that it starts from there, and that gives me the option to then offset it from the surface. 0.5. First the offset to go into the body, and the ball toner. Crunching on the ice. So I'm going to create the body. Oops. $15 mil offset, so I'm going to try and keep that proportion. So front plane. Okay, use that as reference. 15 mil. Maybe make it 5 mil based there. Thank you very much, photos. Merry Christmas to you as well. Feeling all festive today. My Santa Christmas jumper. It's got a little poofed up tummy as well. Don't know which camera best to. There we go. Got a poofed up tummy. I thought I might as well design something fun, something exciting, and something that I'm going to use every day. Cute. Make that one 5 mil. Okay, so let's revolve this. No, we've got to be careful here because I've got a deselect merge result, or else it's going to make it one body. This means it'll keep them separate, and I can model off from that. Let's make that a little taller. We'll cut it up a bit more. The uglier the better, really. That's the way it works. The festive cheer. Ah. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, I need to be down here. What is going on with me? There we go. So, right plane, we'll sketch there. Put a line. Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's good enough. Let's go. Now we can try and figure out what angle is going to look best. To me, I feel like 30 degrees is going to be perfect. Maybe about 25. Yeah, 25 looks good. About 20 mil off the base. So. Again, let's increase this. Make it 60. Rebuild it. Boom. Okay, let's extrude cut this. And it's going to be weird. Let's fix that sketch. Okay. And I forgot to select my feature scope. Basically telling me which bodies I want to cut. I think that angle is still too steep. So 20. I think that looks really damn cool. I think that'll work. Alright, so I need to make the cut in the inside, so I'm going to be fancy this time. And I'm going to use surfacing for this. So if I go to offset surfaces, like that, that, and that, make it go for about a mil. Basically, that's created a, I'll hide this, that's created a skin, which I can use to cut. So let's bring body back in. And then I can search commands. If you don't know how to do that, you just press that little drop down, you switch to commands, and you can actually search for your commands if you cannot find them. I'm going to use split. Also, the option to show you where it is in the menus, how to find it. Split. So the trim tool is basically what's going to be doing the cutting, is the surface that we just created and the resulting bodies, so the bodies that are going to be affected. We are going to keep all the bodies. Cool. So now I can hide that and hide that. Got my cavity. Boom. On the old deodorant, I'll show you a different way. So that way you actually kind of, SolidWorks always has there's many ways to skin a cat. You can end up with the same result by going multiple different ways. Okay, so let's add a nice round fillet. Try and figure out what will be a good size. Let's go around the back here. A 5mm fillet. I'm mostly guessing this, but I think that looks pretty cool. Get a comparison next. Nope, don't want to drag that away. Camera out. That. I think that's pretty cool. It does look a bit different because the hole in this oval to fit the butt of that. But it's got that same kind of aesthetic. I think that will work. Go. So this is going to be printed in resin. So I don't see a reason to make this solid, so I'm actually going to shell this out. So I'm not going to use the hollow command in, I could use the hollow command in my slicing software Chitterbox, which will make it all hollow. Then I'd have to add holes in the bottom. That's not very hygienic. I think that's going to be in a bathroom. You don't want to have a place that bacteria could build up and you can't clean very easily. Fillet everything. Fillet is my favorite feature. But I have found that a chamfer just does so much better. Makes things, fillet always looks like it's made by someone who's new to CAD, when if you add chamfers, it looks more well thought out, it looks more machined, it looks more engineered, I always feel like. So we're going to shell this now. Give it a reasonable 2mm thickness. That means that this can be washed out very easily. But when it is printing on the resin, we're going to have a problem here. Fillet is very bad for 3D printing. Yes and no. Depending where you're putting it. And also depending on the size of the fillet. Yeah, I always go for chamfers. So, two problems going to happen here. While it's printing on the resin printer, this is going to create suction because it's a little cap here. But also it's an island, so I'd have to end up putting supports here. So to avoid that, and this is the beauty about 3D printing products, is that if this was, for example, vacuum formed or if it was injection molded, I'd have to keep a consistent wall thickness all throughout. Where because this is being printed, you don't need to follow those rules. So I'm going to sketch on here. And I'm going to put a boss. I'm going to make it up to body, because I don't want it to affect the inside of the inside surface. We're going to merge it with this body. Go on, up to body. Let's try up to surface. Now it's being difficult. Not liking me. It's not liking me. Alright, let's just try this. we go. So now this is all flat level. So we don't need to worry about make this, well, yeah, 5 more. Yes, you are totally correct. I'm always correct. I'm always correct. I've been thinking about this model a lot, so I've been thinking about how I'm going to make it. So I've put a hole there for 2 reasons. One, when this is printing in resin, without that hole, when it's printing upside down, it's going to create suction and could possibly cause a failure. So that little hole there kind of helped out with that. Also, it's a drain hole for when there's water in there. Things in bathrooms get wet, they get moist. And you don't want water to stay in the bottom there, collecting. It's going to get manky, so a place for the water to drain out and a place where you clean it. So that there is my ball toner stand. You don't want to do that, we want to show it. The Manscaped Ball Tone Reviver. Little stand for that, which is basically themed off there. Let's switch camera here. Basically themed off stand that comes with the razor. I just thought it would be cool to have little stands for all the other products that they come in the Perfect package. If you want to learn more about this stuff, there is a video on my channel where I review the Perfect Package 3.0. It's the perfect package for your perfect package. I love saying that. Back to this. So the other product that comes with it is your ball deodorant. Slightly bigger bottle, so the stand needs to be slightly bigger. So the proportions need to change a little. But also I'm going to make this in a different technique. So the way I went about the ball toner one, did a revolve, cut it, use the surface offset to create a surface offset, use that surface offset to split to make the cavity, added some fillets and shelled, finished up the rest. I'm going to do this one a little bit different, again to show how in SolidWorks there's different ways to create something. There's different ways to kind of think about and design and build. So let's go for it. So instead of a fillet, a revolve, I'm just creating a boss from the bottom up. I remember I went down 5mm. That looks about in line, and then I went up quite high because I'm cutting away. We're gonna not merge the results, so else it will become one body. This way we can have separate bodies and add things, and it's my preferred way of designing. Cool. So 2 different ways to create the same body. That one was a revolve. This one just a simple body. I will keep that one there. I'm going to do the same cut because it's the easiest way to do it. Plus I can use this as reference. So if I hold my line over solid line, sometimes it will reference it. Let's try it again. Blindly put it. That, come on. Liking me today. Oh. Let's slam it over there. Use 25 degrees, I think. Create that angle. That's right. Oh no, it was 20 degrees. There we go. So let's see. Line this up. Let's show the other sketch. Actually, yeah, we'll use the sketch. We'll show it so we can see it, and now we can use them as references. So we're going to linear. So last time I created a little box around. This time I'm not. I'm just going to use the line. Yes, you can use the little line. So extrude cut. For this, in order to work, you use thin feature. No, you don't. Yeah, you can use thin feature, and that will basically add a thickness to your line. But we're not. I'm gonna cut there, the arrow pointing up. Let's see if it'll work. No, it's not liking it. Oh, SolidWorks, why do you do this? SolidWorks will work 90% of the time. I think it's just because I need to extend these. Okay, let's try it now. Selected contours. Let's select it as a contour. No, it's not liking it. It is not liking it at all. Bugger. Alright, let's close it up then. Now if I just hit cut, it's going to cut this one. So you can avoid that by selecting your scope, what's being affected. So that's the only bit that we need to cut. And boom. So to cut into this body, for this side we use the offset features. Okay, yeah, we used offset features. I now interesting. I'm gonna go a bit different this time. So I'm gonna show the sketch so that I can see it and I can use it. We're gonna go front plane. So we're going to take this sketch that we've shown. We're going to use the offset feature by 1 mil. That then offsets that line by 1 mil. Boom, boom, boom. That closes it all off. And now, by selecting the scope again of what we want to affect, it's done exactly the same thing. Yeah, it's in the end they're identical, they're just done in different ways. So I'm going to add our last little fillet. Boom and boom, 5 mil fillet. So they basically look identical, they're just different sizes. I'm going to shell off in here, same way as we did last time. And then sketch. Instead of drawing that circle, I'm actually going to just click on there and I'm going to convert it. Boom, there's my circle. Then up to body. That's the one. Boom. And then a 5 mil drainage hole. Okay, let's keep cut. And there it is. Very, very quick. Easy to make model, which hopefully will look cool. Let's do a quick rendering of them. So let's hide these. Hide the sketches as well. So actually select whole bodies. Let's add a matte black finish to it. Thick, a gloss, thick. Bum bum bum. Let's add some lights. SolidWorks add-ins, PhotoView 360, render tools. I can now turn on my lights. That scene should be fine. Preview window. We need. A lot of balls are thanking me. I would hope so. I would really, really hope so. There's a little rendering. I do eventually want to set up live view so I can actually design what it looks like. Real view, sorry. I am quite happy with this. Very. Those look a bit more grey, but bit of matte black spray paint on these, and it'll look cool. I'm quite happy with that. That was fun. It's always a lot of fun coming up with an idea and getting out there and executing it. And I mean, what I've shown here can be done in almost any CAD program that's out there. This is it's not difficult shapes to make. The tools that I use to make these, they might be called something different in 360, in AutoCAD or whatever software. I'm sure Photosmint can bang out something like this in no time in Zebra. I feel like I should make something else. What else is in the box? I got underwear. I think underneath here is newspaper and a bag, so there's not much I can do with it. Have a look in this little bag. This is just USB charge. And a little blade. Oh, it's a brush. I thought it didn't come with this brush. Here's an idea. Let's think. There we go, there's an idea. I'm gonna make this real quick. You wouldn't really, I mean, and we have spoken about this before, where you just got to know where to start. I mean, there's quite a lot of building blocks to be able to make these. I'm going to make a stand for the stand. Just came up with a banging idea. So I've got this little brush, and I don't want to have to. For example. make a little stand that this stands on with a little brush holder on the side. I think that could work. I think that's all the accessories you need. I don't even know if my noise gate's working. I assume it is. I've got to put into account for these little knobs. Knobs. Let's do this. Let's crack on. Let's crack on with this. So I'm going to make it next to these. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replicate the basic shape of this. Just the cylinder of it. I don't need to do anything more. It's also got a slight taper on it. And I can't be asked to do math. Just throw everything. 62. Get yourself a good pair of calipers. Mine are absolute rubbish. These are just manual ones. Brandon, how you doing? Good to see you come in and join in. Maybe a twist open door. I mean, I could, but I don't. I feel like I don't need to overcomplicate it. Especially with these guys, I've got them as just basic hollow parts. These will be easy to print, easy to work with. I don't need to add in more. I mean, I don't want to add little notches and grooves where bacteria can get in. It's going to sit in the bathroom. So, but with this guy, I'm just going to make a little thing that this sits on top with a little thing for the brush. I'll see. But that's things you got to know where to draw the line. You got to know where to kind of limit yourself, because I could totally overcomplicate sometimes, and that's why I really like this stand. It's not a very overcomplicated stand. It's a very simple design. If it took me half an hour to an hour to reverse engineer this, I probably would have been going for it. About a pair of balls to hold the goods. I mean, I could. Pair of balls. Or like a nice. Yeah, I'm not good at digital sculpting. If I could digital sculpt a pair of hands to hold these like a pair of balls, that would be cool. But I don't have those type of. I don't have talent like that. This was 65. Was. It's just say I don't have the balls to overcomplicate it. 62. So I'm going to do it similar to this one. Cute. 2 circles with a scrotum. I mean, I can draw a really mean scrotum, but SolidWorks is not. It won't look as good. 62, I think. Brush can do it. I see where you're going. I see where you're going. Circles. I mean, a very neatly groomed brush. Brush can be the peeps. I kind of see where you're going with that. You know what I can do is I can make a simple version. I can make a dirty version. I think there's the option. There's the option. I'll do my version, and then I'll do your version. How does that sound? If this still works.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year!
My stomach tinks. It sings every time I jingle it. Here's a soundbite for subscribers. If you subscribe, I'll jingle for you. I think that's a fair dinkum deal. I'll jingle for you. Okay. It's got a nice. I'm showing this. Like a cushion in there. So my favorite Christmas jump. I feel like I can line this up. Mirror mount for the big belly one. What do you mean a mirror mount? So it's nicely on my table. I love how it lines up. Sort of. This is great. Brandon, are you subscribed? Because I know you subscribed. There's Muffin Fuzz. Gotta keep that center line. Let us extrude that out. And I just go straight down to 5. Mountain mirror on the shaver. I mean, it's already got a little LED light for your after dark needs. No, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Or you can just stand on a mirror. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. That could be fun, but that would have to be put on the FDM for that size. I want to see his crude drawings. I mean, it's quite. Get it to pop up again, the banner. Quite similar to their logo. Show up about there. Yeah, you must. The more the merrier. And I'll jingle for you. Just for you. Okay, math time. Because I've got to place these 4 dots. They can fall into a little recess. Eleven mil. So sketch this. Absolute banger. Let's go 45 degrees. I mean, what I could do actually is I could create a little stand that all of these get on. Ideas are turning. They're turning. Cogs, they're going. Okay, so that one was 11. 44, 11. Wow. I'm actually going to make it 12. Just to make sure that it does fit. That was 43, I think. Between that one and that one. So I need to halve that. So go there and there with that distance. 43 divided by 2. Okay. And then we've got a feature here which will circular pattern. So parameters, we're going to use that as our kind of a guide. Entities we're going to pattern as that, 4 of them, and boom. There we go. We're going to just extrude cut. We're not going to be fancy with it. It'll just be holes. Cool. That's the mount. So I'm going to sketch. I feel like this could be a little bit close. Okay, penis. Go with 50. Go 45. It's not too far. From that. That's a start. $10.69. Always nail it. Okay, let's actually give that a dimension, which I didn't do. That's going to be that. Oh god. Make it 10 more. Nailed it. There we go. Now I can add a relation. There we go. I've got my mouse has got middle click button and I can click the wheel. But at the same time, mice are so cheap. Cool. Back to the sketch. I think let's go 10. We'll go 10. We'll use the same angle. We're going with the same aesthetic. So we're going to go with it was 20 degrees. I play sketch. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, he's going fancy now. Is the man with the cat mouse. I didn't buy this cat mouse. Gifted to me. I don't even know how much that costs, to be fair. Realistically, I wouldn't buy my own. But it was a gift. This cat mouse has been going strong for 5 years, I think now. I'm pretty impressed with it. Okay, we're just gonna go with a straight. Actually, I'm gonna model the whole thing. I won't add the curve in though, because there's no point. Five. Dip. Okay. I had no clue. Once the thumb ball is double, yeah, you get some freaky ones as well. It's probably one of the best mice I've ever used, so you should get one. 12.5 divide by 2. Nice one. Nice one. Okay, let's mirror these entities. Bounce that. And then boom, boom, and boom. Okay, so that's the actual thing. That's 3 more. I'm going to use mid plane here because at the moment it's also just goes from one side. If I select mid plane, I can either go blind and go 1.5 and then direction 2.5, or I can just hit mid plane and give it a thickness. Probably the quickest way to do it. No, we're not going to merge. We're going to, similar to how I did this one, I'm going to offset it. Surfaces, offsets. Yeah. I'm not going to go as big this time. Probably 0.3. Get a tighter tolerance in there. Hide that. Let's bring it back. Split. The tool. There's my bodies. Darken. Hide. Hide. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. So hopefully that will hold the brush. I feel like I need something. I feel like I need a little curve here. Yes. So right plane. Go with a spline. .5 should be high enough. Yeah. No. So right across there. Not going to merge. Go from the bottom. Sketch will convert that entire body. Add a little box around it. Whoops. Boom. We'll trim it. It's those two. That gives us a contour to cut from. Go there. We'll go to the top here. Sketch. What we need. Now we're going to split those bodies. We'll hide the body. And then insert features. Combine. Oh, no, we're not going to combine. We're not going to combine. Also, that's going to block that hole. Whoop. Convert. Cut. Up that direction. We'll cut that. Now, insert features. Combine. Geometry. These RGB. Everything is better with RGB. Fillet all the edges. Oops. Set it off. Okay. That was a lot quicker than I thought it would be. That's very cool. Testicle time. Doesn't have normal USB though. It's a proprietary like USB connector. So it's kind of difficult to be able to. They're basically being Apple. Okay, so let's make the testicle variant of this. So insert features. We're going to copy it. So translate that one. Going to move it. Copy it. Boom, I've got two now. So see, this is what I thought you meant. From there. .5. So 41, let's go 42. So the top of the bristles will poof out there. Now we just go. I can't make them touch like that because that's going to create zero thickness and that will just that'll cause way too many issues. Yay, SolidWorks. Okay. Is it the left one or the right one that drops down lowest? Actually, that will allow me to touch this line. But go anatomically correct. What a cool cutter. My old ones used to burn me. Okay, so I'm gonna have to join these guys. Needs to be a center line, so cough is which one left. That's how you find which one. Find your hanger. There we go. There's our joining point. Actually, I don't like that. Let's go with the 1, 2, 3 circle. 1, 2. That'll give us a nice little curve to work with. Let's keep the whole circle for now. Gotta make them droop a little more. There we go. What am I doing? Not how I expected to spend Christmas Eve. But here we are. That looks good. Nice one, Downey. Nice one. Absolute professional. Thought I closed it there. Okay, and then we're going to fill it. Actually, I've got a better idea. Give it a bit more definition. So, sketch on there. You've ruined it. It's fine, we're having fun. What? You won't give me that fillet now? And I won't make you give me that fillet. That won't work. That will work. There we go. Okay, now we combine them. Come on, give me this one. Cheeky little fillet in there. This one. Cheeky little fillet here. Over here. 2. Can we stretch it to 3? Oop. Perfection. I need to combine those, which is combine. Got one. A bit of strength and skirt stand. This is where a very stylish fillet chamfer will go. Bit of class. We built some testicles, but we added some classy chamfers in there as well. Let us have a look how this is going to look. Oh, good shape. Some good form there. But there was another idea though. How am I going to do this one? It's a lot of. Let's go. I'm gonna make another set of all three. Went from being very educational to just doing testicles. I love it. So here is the plan of action with these guys. I'm gonna have that stand over there. Originally that is there. I want to move it up to there to represent pubes. Fuzzy text. I don't use Kira, so I can't use it. So there's your pubes. Gonna be the willy. And scrape. Scrape. Make the big one dangle a little bit more. All in one little stand, so that's gonna be the idea for me. Let's do it. Alright, so cool. Insert features. Move. We're not going to copy this time, we're just going to be moving a bit closer. Get down. One. Nope, not yet. Except now we're going to move this one up there. That's good spacing. Booyah! Exactly. Whoops. So I've basically just duplicated these three. And I've orientated them. I can easily do that. That's really not difficult. Have to trace it there, which is not fun. Have to edit there. I've got the PNG files, but I don't have the software to do that. I'd have to literally draw it by hand, essentially on some SolidWorks. Can be done. It'll just take long. So we're gonna sketch a circle here. I need to move this to the top here, but I don't want. I just rotate it. The angle of that is going to be wrong. I want it to face the same direction. So I need to separate it, rotate it up. That you'll see it. You'll see how I'm going to do this. So got those two circles. I'm going to use surfaces to create them. Well, I embossed these on earlier. I'll show different ways how to emboss. Go. Split. Some tools. Got 2 of them. 3 bodies affected. Boom. Problem solved. So we're gonna hide. Now we're going to features, move, and we'll use rotate command on that and that. Gonna rotate around here. No. We're gonna rotate the entire thing. About 90 degrees. Not in that orientation. Yeah, it's good enough. We're going to do it again. We're going to take that one, rotate that negative 90 so that it puts it back where it was. Orientation. Now we've got insert features, combine, bim. Different. Okay. Insert features. We need to move it. Cool. I've also got to be, you got to be careful about using other companies' logos and that, because, you know, it could be that, funny as it is, they might not want to be associated with this, so putting their brand is kind of forcing it without their permission. It's a very not fun to deal with that stuff, but we'll make what we can here. So insert features. We are going to sketch one here. Okay. Tangent. Tangent as well. Tangent. Epic. Tangent. Cool. So. Okay, and then another circle. Oh. So we're going to do something similar here. We're going to do the 1, 2, 3 circle. 1, 2. Nice, let's go for that one. Maybe we'll dimension. Consistency 25. And that. And then trim that, and then trim that. I actually don't need to be trimming this stuff, it's just the force. Wait. Okie dokie, so make this plate. I'm not going to merge yet. Actually, let's merge now. No time like the present. Come on. I need to speak to some people to fix this. There it is. I not exactly why that happened. Where I can print it. These features. No, I need to go here and merge them. Don't I? Now it is one. Perfection. Okay, so now if my calculations are correct, if I go to this one and no, with the next one, if I, no, definitely not. Bring it a little bit closer. That should resolve itself, yes. Good job. Same thing with this one, let's bring it a little bit closer. Boom, resolves itself. It's all parametric with each other, which is perfection. So let's fill it here. A nice large 3 mil. Could go 5 mil. Actually, feels like that needs a chamfer. These will be filleted. So these will probably be done on my Prusa because I won't be able to fit this onto the resin printers. Oh, and I need to add drain hole. Something I haven't added in any of these. Make sure they clear out. Boom. You can't really do that in SolidWorks. You always need to build from a sketch, kind of the building blocks really. So watch this move. I might op kijk hierdie move. This is big brain time. And this is probably the best thing about SolidWorks. So I need to add a little drain hole in here. And I can't, instead of drawing it in one, I'm going to draw it once and it's going to do it for all of them. This is because of the feature tree history in SolidWorks. So I'm going to go back to, there we go. There's the copy. So I go back to the area was where I started copying them and duplicating them. Won't you need to make the other holes dished so they don't hold you? You mean these ones? They've got holes in them already. I've been trying to avoid holes the whole time. This is the only place that I haven't made a hole. So, step back to the point where I just finished this and I started copying it about. So, we will add a hole in. Make it 3mm. Yeah, 3mm will be fine. The bigger the better. Now I've put that on what's known as the parent. So because I've changed the parent, let's step all the way to where I was. All the others now have a little hole. That one just needs to be added in, which I can edit this sketch and convert that entity as well. That gets added to that grouping, and then boom. I mean, yeah, water can sit, you know, so I guess so. But I'm too lazy to taper it. I mean, it really won't take me long to taper it. You know what? I'm gonna show this magic trick again and taper these. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the section tool, section from the front, so I can actually see inside. This is gonna throw things off. I know it. I know it. So we're gonna it's not going to be as easy. Okay, yep. No, not midpoint. Make pierce. SolidWorks as well. I think the biggest features the most features I've put into design is about 1,200. That still managed quite alright. Okay, so evolved cut. Yeah, I'm sure I've used this surface for references already, so I think this is gonna cause haywire, but I can fix it. It's not the end of the world. There we go. What did I put on that one? What angle? It's 3 degrees. Okay, let's break it. It's exactly what's going to happen now. Is it's going to start breaking. Let's have a look. See. No, we're all good. We're all good now. Okay, we're all good. I think we're fine. Okay, done. So that's added that taper edge. I mean, I could do the same for this flat surface, but meh. Yes. Good shout. Good shout. You can set up autosave in SolidWorks. It's not a standard setting. You have to go and set it up. And I never set it up, and I have had crashes. I would have just gone down a bottle of whiskey or something if that happened. Still could. Very easily. Still could. I don't like that sharp edge. Out, damn spot. Out. That needs a chamfer. No. Sharp edge. Don't want a sharp edge. Let's chamfer that. Here we go. Class. Like if I really want to be anal, I could go and do that. I think that is a handsome collection for the Manscaped. What is it called again? Perfect package. Manscaped Perfect package 3.0. Let's make these all matte black as well, and then we can do a cheeky little rendering. Let's bring it in closer. Have a look at our masterpiece, our creations. Cool, render tools, preview window. It's a bit too shiny for matte, isn't it? Showing off my talents. What talent? What would you use to print it? I'm also, I like, my personal favorites is, why is my screen down here so bright? That looks absolute dope up on my top screen. I need to balance these. Like, these are much harder to see. I like these. These two. Good. This is what I set out to make, was these two. I didn't set out to make scrotums, but here we are. What else are we going to do on Christmas Eve than just design some scrotums? This would be able to fit on most printers, because if I were to, let's switch camera here quick. Because their layout is probably about so close to each other. So you're looking at 130 mil by 130-ish, 140 mils. So that could work out fairly well. Go back to... So let's have a look and see some of these chamfers. I'm a sucker for a chamfer. Now you can't see it here, but we'll bring out the preview window again. That's the plan, is to print it in resin. I don't think I can fit the big one in. So you see this just simple little chamfer here. Just adds a bit of edge to the curve. So I've added another chamfer. Just on the edge there. Look at that. That just gives it just a touch of class. Even though that it's made to look like testicles. A classy testicle. I like how this has come out. This is a dope little range. So the plan is these two, they're going to be done in resin. Got, what's it, just Voxelab Grey. I'm busy running through now. So I'm going to print that in Voxelab Grey. That's dope already. So I'm going to print those in resin, and probably this one in resin. I can probably, if I have enough, I'll do this one, but this will be done on F for the size. Yeah. I'm also going to upload these files onto my mini factory once I've printed them all, and I'll make a little video of just wrapping them up and closing off this little fun project. I'm going to save this image. Actually, let's get a bit of perspective in here. And then we'll get that preview window back up. Don't know why it's not doing the ground. It's fine. I'm not going to spend too much time faffing about with rendering. Really need some clear resin with it. I've used a red clear, which was quite fun with, but with the clears you need to get a decent clear lacquer to make it pop. I want these to match the original, so I'm just going to go with matte black spray paint. Very, very easy to achieve. And I mean, already the resin comes out quite matte and kind of has very similar texture to it. This is a little mock-up of my Bo-Katan helmet. Little project that I'm doing with impact props. I've made a helmet, currently printing it and finishing it. Quite excited for that project comes out. Also add divots under so you can stick rubber feet. I mean, I could. This already has little non-stick feet. I can just buy those kind of computer ones you get. There's space underneath them. Let me get rid of this color so that you can actually see. I've got plenty of space. I need to get that screenshot. I can prove that I did something. Cool. Preview window. Gosh. Nice one, Danny. I'm gonna have to add texture to these things again. Preview window. Let that load up. But it can be messy. I don't think I've actually released that video yet. I made a an Iron Giant helmet, and I used those little rubber feet that you get for electronics, and I put them on there, kind of like down it, to create a riveted edge. And then I used hot glue gun and any sharp edges to make it look like we call it welding. So I've used it on that before, but it's a very messy look to it, and it can be quite uneven. Save preview image. Yeah, boy. Templates, no. I want a JPEG. Cool. Images. I think that's a good bit of progress for about 2 hours. Hope it was fun for you guys as much as it was for me. I actually had no real direction for this. It's these two, and I actually had a lot of fun exploring and being super creative. It's not often I get to just create on the fly. I sometimes do, but it depends on what I'm making. Most of the time I don't, because no, like Pokeballs are Pokeballs are Pokeballs. It's nothing too fancy. If it's something that I've spent hours and hours and hours and hours, I will then put a watermark on it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. When you're going to start doing some hard model designing? Probably about when I start doing some sculpting. I don't even know where my graphics tablet is. In a bag somewhere. One of my old laptops. I'm going to festive up this Coke because it's that time of the day. Potentially, Brandon. That may be quite fun. I don't know what the plan is for tonight, but I mean, I don't mind pulling a late one again and getting some W's.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year!
Yeah, that. Come on, get in there. I've managed to keep this thing alive with this for many years. Always keep a little tab. Right. Cool. Have fun. It was excellent. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. I had a lot of fun with this. They'll be online soon. I'm going to start printing them probably just after Christmas. Yeah, I know more. Yeah. Great fun designing testicles. Not the strangest thing I've ever designed. But if I join you tonight, I can tell you all about that. I think this is a cool spot to leave it. Thank you very much for joining. This was a lot of fun. We'll see you guys in the next one, and please like and subscribe to the channel, and maybe I'll make more of this stuff. It's fun. If you haven't seen my review of Manscaped products, check out the video on my channel. Very cool stuff. Want to get hold of some of this stuff, you can use my code Kirby20 to get 20% off their products. Cute.